Brian from Captain Savage Aquatics. Just doing a live stream or an update on my fish room / apartment, even though I'm sick. Stop, Molly. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a nice shirt. I like it. Don't mind me. I'm trying to see if I have streaming issues. Jeffrey Myers, I'm not sure if I am subbed to you. So let me see if I'm on there. If I'm not subbed, I'll sub up real quick. That's what I like to do. Help out the fish fam or anyone that joins. I am subbed to you. So I'm watching the live stream right now. So I'll wait till more people show up. The router upstairs probably needs to be restarted, to be honest with you. JH Aquatics. Hello. You know what? I'm just going to block your mode of access to that tank. I have the light on my 55 Aquatics on the African cichlid tank. Island Queen says hello. Just shared the stream. Thanks, Island Queen. Sorry if it's buffering. I've been having some latency issues today. So I'm sorry if it stutters here and there. If I seem really monotone. Yeah, I'm pretty damn sick. I've worked all week, even though I've been sick. Really nasally, and I just feel like crap. So Jeffrey Myers says shared as well. I'm AJ. Yeah, I'm Brian. I haven't done much this week because I've been at my wife's place. Because I was really sick Sunday going into Monday. I'm up to work and all that, and I have to drive my son to my wife's place. So I went up to her place Monday night. I was going to do a stream, but I fell asleep on the couch there, not feeling good. Couldn't get warm. Finally got warm. So obviously I was running a fever. So yeah. JH Aquatics says, Island Queen, you rock. Jeffrey Meyer said, shared as well. Oh, yeah, I read that. Thanks, JH Aquatics. His router, wireless router. A Candy Overhaul says, I am lurking. How's your son's treatment? I hope he's doing great. He's in my prayers. I know if I see him kind of off and not upbeat, it's just because of that. So I'm going to stream as long as I can. I know on Facebook and the group Island Queen created it free, but I can't promise anything. Once I start losing steam, I'm cutting it. So, because I'm going to try and go to work again tomorrow. Island Queen, GH says, hello, Candy. Island Queen says, hi, Candy. Candy Overhaul says it was a rough today. Always kicks his butt. Well, he's a strong little man. Very strong. Like I said, I'm praying for him. I'm praying for you guys. Candy Overhaul says, hi, Joseph and Darcy. Yeah, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. Like, well, not really, but my mom had cancer, but that's different. You get older, you understand where it's a child, so it totally changes everything. Queen says, no worries, Cap. Happy to stream for us. Jeffrey Myers, Fish Tropic says, love. Candy Overhaul says, I appreciate the prayers. Always welcome and eat it. Fish Tropic says, Miller time. Yeah, I need a drink. I don't care what meds I'm on. Can only hope. My lips, like, since I got sick, I've been destroyed. I've been, like, of course, long story short, not that I'm bitching about not having any money. I get paid tomorrow, but I forgot about an auto payment I set up like 3 or 4 months ago for my Fed loan. My accountant put me at like $9, and then it's just been a cascade effect of overcharges. But that's my fault. I should have remembered. Not that it's your fault or I'm asking for money or anything like that. That's not the case. I get paid tomorrow. It'll be a lot less because I'm covering all the overages. I already talked to the bank today, and they said that they'll see what they can do about crediting me back half the charges. But otherwise, I'm going to have about $300 worth of overdraft charges. But it is what it is. It's my fault. I totally forgot, and I've been really good about my bills. It's one of those things. And that's why I'm changing banks, because I'm going to a bank that, you know, if you overdraft, there's very little fees. There's not a $37 fee per transaction just for being 2 cents. So I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Once I get this last payment, my VA comes in, my VA disability, and update on the fish room. It looks like the stream is stopped. Sorry about that, guys. You know, let me go to the analytics side. Be buffering really badly. If it is, I don't have any access to my landlord's router. Fish. Rock says, ouch, Captain. Yeah, situation like that tend to snowball, especially when it's a $37. These were auto payments, that auto drafts. So, because I've set my account up that if I don't have the money and I go to charge and use my debit card, it'll decline automatically. Now, auto drafts from different accounts, like pay my credit cards and stuff like that, other things, they can't stop because it's like a check. So they're going to pay it if they can. If they don't, they're just going to let it bounce. But they're being nice and paying the stuff. So I just owe them back. Some of the stuff's been credited back to my account, but yeah. Hi, Elizabeth, says Island Queen. Fish Tropic gives you a thumbs up. 1 fish, 2 fish, rock. There aren't any real videos this week. I thought I had loaded about 10 or 15 videos onto my Google Pixel right here, and I downloaded other software that I could edit them with. And when I got to my, let me rephrase that, I forgot this phone here at my apartment, and I refused to turn around because I didn't have the money to put fuel, replace the fuel that I lost to come back here for 15, 20 minutes. It's a commercial bank. It's an MBT, so they're all about getting their fees and nickel and diming you first. That way, larger amounts bounce, or vice versa. Let the larger amounts hit, and sometimes the other pendings for smaller amounts don't hit right away. So sometimes I've seen it where it's been 4, 5, 6, 8 days before it hits, because I think they're trying to have me overdraft so they can get their damn fees. That's why I'm changing out of there. I think I'm going to go to Navy Federal because I'm a veteran, and Marine Corps was Department of the Navy, and since I'm a veteran, I can go back to Navy Federal, and they'll credit me, or USA Bank, they'll credit me a certain amount of withdrawals. So they'll do like 30 or 50 bucks worth of, probably 20 or 30 worth of withdrawal fees. And I use my debit card everywhere, so I don't usually carry a bunch of cash on me. So it's not. Yeah, Navy Fed is good. I'm thinking USAA or the combination of the two. Maybe have my VA disability hit the Navy Fed, and then my regular pay hit the USAA. Nice. Jeffrey Meyer says, hold on. Dr. Experimentus is in the house. Waves, how you doing? Jeffrey Meyer says, Navy Fred is good, dude. Island Queen says, hi, Dr. S. Kenny Oversaws Hall says, "Hi Liz, Fish Tropic Turbo DS, just listening while I work." Jeffrey Myers says, "Veteran here too, Army 5th Ranger. Congrats, that's awesome. I would have loved to go into Marine Recon. Honestly, I didn't have the PFT. It was always my dream to, if I went into the military, to join some type of special forces." One fish, two fish, Rock says, "Oh, hoorah, Semper Fi, go Navy," right? Well, it's a department of the Navy. Technically, the Marine Corps has as many planes as the Navy, if not more. Or the Marines, the original Marines came because they were ship-bound soldiers. So they would protect the ships. And that started back over in the UK. Dr. S says, "Hey, Queen." Dr. S says, "I'm doing good. How Cap, how are you doing?" "I'm sick, buddy." Jeffrey Myers says, 7 years. Cap, I did different services like the Army to come back in with the $40 to $50 to $70,000 thing, because one of my buddies went Army. I had a lot of buddies that left the Marine Corps and they did a transfer into the Army to do like the EOD techs and like engineers in the Army, because I was a combat engineer. So I worked with EOD, blowing up massive amounts of mortars, demolitions, rifles, munitions, while I was over stationed in Iraq during Iraqi freedom. Million-pound shots plus. The smallest one we did was like 560,000 pounds, but I think the biggest one was 1.5 million pounds of equivalent of TNT. One fish, two fish. Rock says, "My son-in-law to be a Marine." Tom, congrats. It's hard. Boot camp's hard, but if he can push through, he'll do great. Candy Overhauls, thank you for both for your service. Jeffrey Myers said, PH'd out. Yep. Is a Marine. Is a Marine. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, tell him Semper Fi for me. Just because I'm not in now doesn't mean I'm not a Marine. So let's see. Updates of the fish room. I have more baby super reds. They're in the wiggler stage, and I have them asleep, and I just shined a flashlight in all the caves. All the super reds, females and males, are breeding right now. So all my caves are occupied by plecos. So that's awesome. So I'm way past the wiggler stage, that like inch and a half. They're only like that big, probably an inch. Once they hit about an inch and a quarter, I'm going to probably start selling them. I got to finish the website because I haven't been here the last couple days. So it's made things interesting. What's today? Thursday. I went straight to work yesterday from my wife's place after I dropped my son off at school. Then picked him up late last night, or I dropped him at school. Then he got picked up by my babysitter, picked him up at like 11:15 last night. And I was off to bed after that. And then today I had off, but I had to go in for work. Jeffrey Myers says, "I can't really say what we did, but you moved stuff for people. You became friends very quickly, no matter where in the world you were." Exactly. I have a lot of friends. It's different in a wartime situation, being in the military and serving in a war zone, than it is being back in the rear with the gear, stateside or even internationally, at like stationed in Japan or Okinawa, Japan, or something like that. The camaraderie is a little slightly different. You're still friends, but your true friends are the ones you served, and they had your back, you had their back. It's almost like you guys became blood, like family, blood, you know? One fish says, "I shall, good sir." One fish says, "Once a Marine, always a Marine." Exactly. Fish Tropic says, thumbs up with the eyes. All right. I want to say in this 3-gallon shrimp slash tank, I want to almost say the cherry red shrimp. There's about 10 cherry red shrimp. Some look like they went back to their new, but they're huge. They got to be 2.5 to 3 inches long, or they're just breeded into something totally different. My Venustas in Texas and all the Africans are doing wonderful. Temperature's good. I recently ferreted everything today for these tanks, all the guppy tanks, any planted tanks I ferreted. What did I do today? I haven't really done much updates, but you know, I just kind of wanted to not make a bullshit live stream, but just talk to you guys because I've been kind of stressed because I've had no money. And luckily, a friend gave me $11. She promised me 40, but she hadn't had a chance to go to the bank just till tomorrow, and I would give it back to her. But she gave me $11. That got me to my place of employment to do the 3.5-hour training, and just back here. And my tank, after picking up my son, I sat at his school since 1:30 in the afternoon till 3:30 when he got out today. So 2 hours sitting in the parking lot watching YouTube videos, trying to edit some video content, stuff like that on my phone, waiting for him out of school. And I literally drove back here with on 0 miles. You know how most vehicles now say miles till empty. Mine was set at 0, and when I was leaving his school, so I drove the 10.5, 12 miles back here and park my van. So tomorrow morning, first thing I do, since I get paid, fuel up. But that's going to be like $55, $60. Gotta love it. Jeffrey Myers says the war focused on human. See, initially I went up at the main push at the beginning of the war in March when the president gave 72 hours to Saddam to surrender. Otherwise, we were going in. So I was there from the Christmas before March 2003. So we were already there. So I got called home. We were there before January 1st. We spent New Year's over in Kuwait. We moved up in March. And I think my unit finally left in July or August. I can't remember exactly when. It's been too long. Or even June. I don't know. But my unit was attached to a reserve bridge building unit out of Michigan, where the higher up. Sorry, I know the shirt. Sergeant Tank shirt. I gotta get my merch. If I have enough money after I pay my bills, I'm gonna buy my own merch so I can wear my own shirt. So if you want to support me, look down below in the Teespring. I got some of my comments here. I'll see if I can't get Carlos to send me a better image of my Captain Savage Aquatics logo and stuff like that. Not that I'm looking for support, just you guys being here to support enough. So this stream's more of me, not so much rambling. Just me talking about my feelings and stuff like that, kind of what's going on in the fish room. There's one of the high fin plecos right there. Out of the 5 that are in there, I just got to pull the high fin pleco out of those 55, put it in the 125. I'm pretty sure Big Mama paired up with one of the male Oscars. I just can't tell which one because they're always together, the 3 of them. So maybe it's a trifecta. So maybe I'll get some breeding out of those Oscars. We'll see, though. So long story short, while I was over in Iraq, I got attached to that bridge building unit. My company was split a bunch of different units that needed combat engineers, active duty ones. So when I did that, I got attached to that unit in country, Kuwait. They showed up probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks before we moved into Iraq, and their command was, excuse my language, but fucked up. They treated active duty Marines and ones that served in the past that went to ready reserves or to the Marine reserves like crap, that have way more experience than the officers. All the officers were strictly weekend warriors their whole career. So long story short, I didn't really get along with them. They treated everyone like shit. Yep, puppy, that's Molly, Jeffrey. So yeah, long story short, didn't get along with the command, but did my job, did what I had to do. Been shot at, almost blown up several times. It was crazy. But enough about that. Let me get back to the chat. Jeffrey Myers, there's so much space there. Ugh, I love that. V Stag says, nice shirt. Fish Tropic says, something hands, squat up. Jeffrey Myers says, oh, you did the 2 years before me. Puppy. All right, I'm going to share this because I'm subbed to like 1,500 and something people. So I'm just going to share this to my circle, Google Plus circle. So everyone will get the notification, all 1,500 people. Come on. K-Town Reefer says, hi, Captain, peace. New England Angler says, Lurkin, what's up? Jose V says, if you're not airborne, then you're just a dirty, nasty leg. Mm-hmm. What type of airborne? Were you Air Force? Were you Army? Pro Tim Aquatics says, Captain, thumbs up. AK Town says, Island Queen. Ain't ready to be Marines yet. But that's just jokes we have for each other. Army, yeah, exactly. Ain't ready to be a Marine. Laugh my ass off, Jose. All I gotta say is there's nothing like building shit and blowing it up. Learning into improvise explosives while you're in the Marine Corps, because if you need it to help your unit because you got to clear a building or something, you'd be taking the saline bags from the docks, and I'll leave it at that, blowing doors in with that so there wouldn't be that much loss of life on the other family or something, because the saline bags would direct the explosion inwards. But you can get a YouTube strike or get banned. Is the stream buffering for you guys? I'm just curious. K-Town Reefer says, hey, cool. Oh, yeah. And if you guys don't mind, I got a favor to ask you. Obviously, I'm slowly gaining subs like 3 or 4 a day right now, depending. Sorry about the buffering. Like I said, I don't have access, and I believe my. So maybe if I can, I'll get outside and go into his little man cave that he's building, see if I can unhook the main Wi-Fi router to restart it. Before it wasn't buffering, so I'm thinking it says too. I'm sorry about that, guys. I have like all the apps I can. I'm not stealing bandwidth. All right, that's one less device on the network. I've unplugged all my other things that might take up it. Jose says they were Marines in my airborne class. When they graduated, they had their wings put on the inside of the wings, right above our name tag, or right below the name tag, or whatever, on one of the pockets. Or you put it on your hat. You can put it right on your cover right here, right above the EGA, or right below. It all depends on the rules and regs. I never had the training offer to go to jump school. So if I had the offer, I would have. I don't like heights, but back then I had a need for speed. You know, I had the need for adrenaline rushes. So this Tropic gives a thumbs up. We got 10 watch. Thank you for everyone that's shared. Man, that was 12 years ago. I joined the Marine Corps in November 2000. You don't have to tell me. It'll be 19 years this November that since I joined. So 15 years this November is when I got out. My buddy Peachy, based on my recommendation, he's like, I don't know. I looked at the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, and whatever, and it's like, I think, Mike, it's your choice. I'm not telling you pros or cons. I gave him the pros and cons about each service, what the benefits were based on bases around the world, stuff like that. But he served multiple tours between Iraq and Afghanistan since, but last time I heard he went back 6 times and he got stop laws put on him. He was only what was supposed to be in for 4 years. You know, some of his deployments he was supposed to go home. That's why I'm breaking him up. So one deployment he was gone for like 24 or 25 months. He's seen way more shit than me, but I'm not knocking it. New England Endler says all that BS over there is just as soon as possible. Why bother to fight in World War II style? 9/11 was an inside job. Jeffrey Meyer says it's all about what you want to do after you're done. After matters. It was hard for me to find a job. Same here. I luckily I had 3 months saved up of leave, so what, 3.5 months? So I took 3.5 months off. So I left Okinawa, Japan in probably late July, early August. And so August, September, October, November. So I think late towards the end of August, mid-August to the end of August, that's based on how much time I had saved up. Because I mean, when you're in Okinawa, I'm not going to fly back for a short time. So I had like 100 and something days worth of leave, so I took it out and EA'd out early. And then at 17 at 1989, Jeffrey Meyer says, me too, Jose, but 2005. I was going to go into high school once I graduated. Swayed me not to. So I went to college for like a semester. Obviously, I just wanted to party because I was a young kid, 18, 19 years old at college at one of the big party schools, UMass Amherst in Massachusetts. So I didn't do well in that. Came back, worked for my old boss that I worked for since I met him in high school in 1994 or 95. And then I went into the service November 2000. I waited till the fall season was practically because I dropped the bomb and I was gone within a week and a half, 2 weeks into the Marine Corps. So I went into the Marine Corps, did that, got out, had 6 months off because I had enough money saved. I was living home at my parents'. I crashed at my buddy's place. I had enough money saved because when you have that much built up, I was getting paychecks for months. So not that it was a ton of money, but they actually gave me BH since I was out in town living too, based on Massachusetts rates, the Boston area. So it was cool. And then probably I talked to my old boss, got my job back, and went from starting again at $15 at $25 an hour. And then I went back to school, and that's the past. But what? Excellent move. Jose says, Jeffrey, you would have been an asset to our group. Yep. But It's a bullshit stream. That's where my streams go lately. Not a bullshit stream, but we start bullshitting. Jeffrey Mons says, every soldier matters. Jose. I had... Nice. I went on many different ops while I was in the Marine Corps. When I was stateside, about stationed at Canada. Since I was part of an engineering unit, we went to Marfa, Texas, which is like little ranges for like FBI, stuff like that. Then into range, and then other things. So, oh yeah, just before I, because I've been forgetting Google Hangouts and joining. It should work. I'm going to check it right now, though. So that link works if anyone's interested in joining in here. Get back onto fishy topic. Watching, I think I've been talking more BS stuff. So what else is going on with me? Offer swear curfew back, and it's like, oh, size already. I guess I am buffering right now. Laggy, I'm sorry about that. I have to eat the bandwidth. So, and at this time of night, my landlord's asleep. So maybe I'll see if there's a way I can get up there and reset his router. If he's not home, maybe I'll flip the main switch to his whole hot breaker, and that'll reset the router. But I want to make sure he's not home first. No, is it okay if I flip the switch to the house, you know, your box, because the router is really laggy? You're not here right now. House without left and came back. All right, give me a second. Let me just. Oh, I don't even have time to chat, guys, and I'm going to close this main window down. There we go. All right, refresh now, guys, and see if that helps any. Sorry for the deal. We get crushed and not enough time, because usually my live streams are at least 2 hours long, minimum. I'm so sorry about the lag. Of course, I'm losing because I'm losing people. Sorry about that, everyone. Analytics to see what I can do to speed it up. This is laggy, okay, guys? Just typing in chat and stuff like that. If it keeps picking up where it's bad, let me. His tablet on charging and has like a shit ton of websites open and downloading now. New England says try shutting down, clean out temp files, cache, etc. I can clean out the cache I use. More tools, clean browsing data. So, let me clean my browsing data and see if that helps. All right, I rejoined the stream. Hugs back says, now guys, says clean my cache on my side. Kill power to my landlord's apartment, and I'd have to make sure he's not there. But then that would put me offline for the next 3 to 5 minutes because however long it takes his brother to reconnect it to the ISP. looks like it's jumping a little bit, but not bad. Good night, Elizabeth. There's Island. Susan for SLE is going to show some. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Susan for SLC Aquatics. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate the support. Back up there in hours, watch hours, if anyone doesn't mind. I created a new playlist. Let me see if I can open playlists. Open a new tab for all my videos I've made, except for minus a few of them. Work this. Keep the browser open in the background at their house or whatever, and this let the watch time roll up. I'm joking. But whatever with I just all my videos. Let me grab the link. Open link in new tab. If anyone's interested in watching a lot of streaming time, here's a link for you to watch. That's to my long ass play 5 videos or something like that. A lot of videos. It's all about helping the fish fam, you know. And like I said earlier, I'm gaining subs every day. It's awesome. I appreciate everyone's support and help. And it looks like it's not buffering anymore. Sweet. Maybe up. I talked too soon. I got to knock on wood. If it only buffers minorly, like 1 frame here, 1 frame there, every so often, I don't care. I do care, but not as much. Molly wants my lollipop. Oh, lollipop. Iron Queen says, yeah, I will raid some of your videos for sure. New England Emily said, a 30-gallon live sells them, but have none in stock. Yeah, this with octopus, you got to be very careful. You got to have a very tight lid, because if you don't have a tight lid, they can get out and they can crawl themselves through a very tiny crack. I remember watching an octopus video where fishermen caught an octopus in one of their nets for like lobster or fish, and they put it to the side, slit like this to let water out, and so it can shrink itself. It's like a mouse. Really not any real bones in the body. New England Endler says that was for Jose if he is still in here. Yeah, if he's still here. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like button, share with your family, friends, share the stream. Let's see. Awesome. I haven't been at that in a while. And I am truly trying to make an effort now to be streams and uploading video content. Like I said, while I was at my son's school, I edited like 5 or 6 or 8 videos, but I couldn't upload them till I got home because I'm not going to use my data plan on my cell phone. So, I'm taking up, hogging up bandwidth that way. So, let's see. I'm not going to have them all come out at once either. I'm going to space them out, you know, a couple a week, 2 or 3 drop a week or something like that. I have plans on shooting some video on stuff and possible plans on that indoor pond I want to build right here in this corner. Sorry, price. So what the material is going to cost of 2x6s and 2x4s to frame it, that indoor pond. I figure it'll be roughly $315. The depth of it from back is 24, maybe 26 inches wide, 53 to 56 inches long. I just need to check underneath, crawl underneath with a flashlight, and make sure, because I know the joists under the house are 2x10s or 2x12s. It by 4 posts under where that pond's going to be. If I need to, I'll beef up the posts, add another 2x4 right where their thing is to hold extra weight, or put a jack under the place. You know what I mean? Make a box and have that jack or a couple jacks, like a jack stand or something, at its highest, depending on how much room is in the crawl space. 30 pounds and a little 2x2 by 53 or 56 inch long tent thing. There's a lot of weight, you know, 300, what, say 325 gallons. What's that, 3,250 pounds? If you say a gallon of water weighs 10 pounds, could be way less. It's more like 8. But so I got lucky and found some General Cure for sale in Canada. Ollie Queen says I treated all my fish and they're doing so much better now. I'm really happy about it. That's awesome. I have General Cure, might be able to get General Cure and stuff like that. I have General Cure, erythromycin, and the other one come to me every like 3 months as an auto ship. It's on auto ship from Amazon. Not hard too, is some of the auto ships hit against the account trying to pay. They paid it, and then Amazon recredited me the money back, but did not much for my account. So I got to call the bank tomorrow, go in there and see how many things they're going to knock off to help me out, if any. They said there might be a chance they can't do anything for me, so this pay period's going to hurt because I got to pay child support to my wife, explain to her why I can't give her a certain amount of money like she's normally expecting. 400 or 500. She might only get 200 because I got to make sure I have at least 200 to 300 on me to pay my electric bill and pay for gas for the next couple weeks. Action sticker on my vehicle and an oil change. So next pay period, and I'll literally let's give her my whole next check. Upside DIY said, "Hey, streaming." Island Queen says, "I haven't been able to find General Cure in over a year and lost some nice fish because you can't get fish meds here anymore." Why don't you ask someone in the States to ship it to you in a dry package? And bug sniffing, they do have stuff, but it sniffs for, you know, explosives and stuff like that, and, you know, drugs. They don't sniff for meds. You know, not that I'm advocating that, but I just suggest if you know a friend that can ship you some. But then you're paying the shipping costs from the U.S. to Canada. So talk to Fish Tropic, see what he suggests for up in Canada, because he gets levamisole and stuff like. Yeah, Miss Molly Dolly looking for that. And Tanking Outdoor. I'm just embedded in gaming. Oh, okay. So you got the stream open in gaming. Cool. I want to start my gaming stream, but it has to wait till I get my internet back. And things. I like to game myself live stream or spending time with my son when I have some personal time and I'm taking a break from whatever. I'll game. And I'm sorry if there's any lag. Seems like every couple seconds now. David Betancourt's Aquarium says, Cappy, what's up, brother? Upside DYS says, yes, just sorting how I'm doing. To get those recorders from my phone and play some games like that and upload them to my gaming channel. Very easy to edit those type of videos and stuff like that right in the program. I think there's a really popular one, DI recorder, DU recorder. It'll turn on the thing so when you're playing, it'll put you can pick where your camera of your face is. Queen says, hey, David, wave. Upside DIY says, hope you all learn from this, especially when monetized. Yes, I was talking to someone earlier. I'm not going to name them because I'm not about embarrassing people or whatever. They asked me like 1.2, 1.3. It depends on the day. YouTube does an average of your last 365 days. So today won't count. I lose everything from the beginning back. Now, it keeps the overall totals on your YouTube channel, but it looks at the last 365 days and how many hours you have. So at one point, I had 4.34K or something worth of watch hours. It looks like it froze again. David's Betancourt Aquarium says, Darcy, hug. It looks like, again, well, David's a busy bee, so whenever he can stream, I'm sure he'll stream. Work. Oh, sorry. Copy. So if I talk about fishy stuff, real life stuff that's going on, I like to try and keep it fishy because I got sidetracked about military stuff. And how, I mean, it's almost 74 degrees in my apartment in a boat. 38% humidity in here. I'm trying to film and can. Just kind of hard with this beast of a computer sitting here blowing heat out like it's nonstop. And every like 2 days, 3 days, no joke. Upside DY says basically I can hook up a fish room around my bed. That's awesome. Eyes, bomb. You're the bomb, I guess. That's cool. Thanks. Thanks, Fish Tropic. Island Queen says, well, someone has to ask you guys about. No, I agree, but I'm sure I think when David was busy, he was saying he was moving apartments or moving into a house. It fell through. Last time I saw one of his live streams, and he was looking for a new place. So maybe while he disappeared because he did find a new place and had to move everything, had to reset everything back up. So I'm just taking guesses. With the limited space I used to do when I was younger. Yep. I understand, Island Queen. Like you and 54 Punchy and other people contact me when I haven't streamed for like a week or there's no video content, like stream streaming content or video, I start getting depressed about stuff. Luckily this time, even though I'm hard up on money, not that I'm looking for anything, this is just enough support. It is. I get paid tomorrow. It's this awesome to be back, and I'm gonna, like I've said many times this stream, I'm trying to be more consistent. Down the wormhole says, "Hey, Captain. Hey, back to you. How are stuff?" All right, this snail is gonna bite the dust because I'm giving it to my Flocka puffer, or keep the Flocka. Probably a pretty big snail, I would say. Mystery snail. So I'm gonna just throw it in the tank for the Flocka, and they'll freeze it tomorrow morning when the lights come on for that tank. Island Queen says, "Hi, DEA. Puffer feeding." Well, that's what I don't want to take too many snails out of it, but this probably has 12 or 15 inch to inch and a half snails in it, and then shrimp. I may use my Cull's Blue Velvet shrimp. Anything that's really not holding its own, I'm either going to throw in a tub and let them breed, and then every so often I'll think. Otherwise, if they're really bad, they're going to go in the puffer tank like any shrimp and snails. So the shrimp will give the puffer a run for its money. So, like a 125 because the Oscars will eat them, or the convicts, or the goldfish. Anything that fits in those guys' mouth, they'll eat. Hope it is nice there. In my plans are little small streams to Instagram for like 10 or 15 minutes here and there, just to add it to Instagram and maybe Facebook. Maybe content besides what's on here. So if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, even though there may not be content on YouTube, there'll be content on one of the tanks, show going on, like a quick update video, any new stuff coming in, sneak peeks of fishy live streams to come up with, or it says it's been sunny here, so the snow is melting. That's good. We got like 3 inches, and it was like 44 degrees today. So whatever, 3 inches, and we got snow showers outside. So I'll probably wake up with 2 or 3 inches of fresh powder again. So fun times. I'll be happy when the spring comes around. My mother-in-law will be back. So yeah, interesting. Queen says, I hate. Yeah, people are flooding. Yep. Upside DIY says generally tanking and animals are just food, right? If a big fish saw that stuff, or freshwater puffer saw a fish that it could get, or a shrimp it could get, it's going to scoff it and eat it. Yeah. Yeah, my son's going to go down for April vacation where he has 2 weeks off down to Florida. I've been offered to go down, but I don't like to use and abuse my mother-in-law because it's going to eat into my overtime money and all that. Now, possibly here shortly, I'll be starting to work where it's a $2 to $3 doing the same type of work, and it'll be closer, 5 minutes away versus 40. Now they can mandate, since it's for the state, working for the state, they can mandate me to give me like almost 60 hours in 1 week. So based on that, and that's all overtime right there. But I get paid every 2 weeks. It gets held for 4 weeks, which is crazy. But then you get a massive paycheck. So it says buffering too much for me. Good night, everyone. All right, guys. If that's the case, thank you for watching, everyone. Upside DUI says time and effort. I might go and see if my landlord's home. If he's not, I might just reset the power real quick down the steps in his man cave. But I like to shoot him a thing, but he's not going to talk to me tonight if he's on vacation. And that's restart it laggy due to the cache. Here, Molly, you really want the? Come on, you want the lollipop? Come on, Lick. So I'm gonna start early, like around 3 a.m. or something. I'll try restreaming again till like 4 or 5 till I have to help my son get ready for a short stream. Normally I keep it going longer, like a couple hours at a minimum. But take it easy. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Have a good day. Everything. I'll catch you later. Peace.